A tourist visiting South Korea was touring the border when the wind blew his hat away, sending it drifting over to North Korea. The girl was at a loss when a North Korean sergeant picked up the hat that had blown across the border and handed it back to her with a smile. The South Korean soldier carefully accepted it. The atmosphere didn't seem tense at all. One of the tourists tried to take a photo but was stopped by the South Korean soldier. The tourists were then escorted away from the area. Meanwhile, the North Korean and South Korean soldiers were spitting at each other. Although they were on opposite sides, they were both smiling. They didn't seem like enemies but more like brothers. One day, a small team of South Korean soldiers was on a search mission. The mission had gone smoothly, but on their way back, they accidentally entered a North Korean military restricted area. The team leader ordered a quick retreat but forgot about a soldier who was using the bathroom. When the soldier finished, there was only an eerie silence in the reeds. To make matters worse, he stepped on a landmine. He tried to call for help on the radio, but no one responded. Just as he thought he was going to die there, he heard a rustling in the grass ahead. The soldier realized the danger and immediately drew his gun. Fortunately, it was just a puppy. As he let his guard down, a North Korean soldier emerged from the reeds. The two locked eyes, and the South Korean soldier quickly drew his sidearm. As the two men were locked in a standoff, another soldier appeared behind the South Korean soldier and disarmed him. The South Korean soldier explained that he had stepped on a landmine and that any movement would trigger an explosion. The two North Korean soldiers didn't make any sudden moves. They picked up the puppy and turned to leave, intending to let the intruder fend for himself. However, the South Korean soldier began to cry for help. In the end, one of the North Korean soldiers knelt down and carefully removed the fuse from the landmine. The South Korean soldier was so moved that he couldn't speak. The two North Korean soldiers wished him well and then disappeared into the night. From that moment on, the two North Korean soldiers who had shown him kindness were etched into the South Korean soldier's mind, even on the cold and rigid border. Later, in the dead of winter during a heavy snowstorm, they were on another mission up the mountain. The South Korean soldier saw the two familiar figures again among the North Korean troops. Both sides were on high alert, but the lead captains from each side stepped out of their ranks and casually exchanged cigarettes. At that moment, they didn't seem like enemies but more like brothers. The North Korean officer spotted the South Korean soldier he had saved and whistled, reminding his comrades that he was the man who had been rescued that night. In the end, both sides returned peacefully along the same path they had come.